Good morning, friends. My name is Sandy Alvarez, and I teach at Bancroft Elementary School in Washington, D.C. This past summer, I had the pleasure of participating in the seminar, American Global Power from Empire to Superpower, led by Professor David Engerman. This seminar introduced us to ideas about America's projection of global power abroad. From the clothes we wear, to the gas we put in our vehicles, to the foods we eat, aspects of U.S. imperialism are visible in our everyday lives. This social studies unit seeks to explore U.S. imperialism through the lens of a fruit, the banana. I teach at a bilingual school with a large Latin American immigrant population. Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, each struggle with political and economic issues that have been influenced by U.S. policies and play out on their banana fields, banana plantations. Issues that may have led students to immigrate to the U.S. and end up in our classrooms. This unit helps students understand how an everyday item, the banana, relates to where they or their classmates come from. In general, it teaches students what role the U.S. has had in influencing immigration and, at minimum, the cost of bananas, whether economic or human. Regardless of whether students are from countries where workers pick bananas or an American town where workers sell bananas, the banana is a child-friendly, engaging, everyday object that links the seminar's concepts to students' lives. In this unit, students learned where bananas come from, how much they cost, and how they reach our kitchen tables. After establishing that bananas are imported overwhelmingly from Central America and South America, students discovered how this fruit lands in our hands for consumption. They answered questions such as, what is a banana? How is it grown? And what is international trade? Lastly, students wrote opinion pieces about how much they think a banana worker should get paid and why. Generally, students discovered whether the banana supply chain is fair or unfair. If they purchase bananas, would they purchase fair trade or non-fair trade bananas? This unit culminates with making banana splits. What first grader doesn't like a banana split? So how did students respond? I started off with asking students where bananas come from. This is a cute little video, but for the sake of time, I'm gonna skip it and you guys can check it out later. There's a QR code on the table. Oops. So, this is an assignment that we asked, where do bananas come from? Some students said bananas come from Guatemala, Costa Rica, Honduras, Mexico, and Colombia. Another student said a lot of the bananas come from Central America, like Guatemala. We then answered the question, what is international trade? One of the students said that international trade is when you export one Pokemon card and you get a different Pokemon card. This is pretty accurate because Pokemon cards are Japanese. Another student said that international trade is when someone imports something to you and you export something to them. They drew an airplane and a banana. But how much do bananas cost? Bananas currently cost about 64 cents per pound. There are about 3 to 4 bananas per pound. So if there are about 3 to 4 bananas per pound, one banana costs about 18 cents. I showed this graph to my students to let them know that banana workers get 5.5% of the 18 cents. I heard crickets and received blank stares. So how did I break this down? I said, if a banana worker gets paid 18 cents, 5.5% is about 1 cent or less, give or take. So, in Guatemala, the living wage is $440 a month. So how many bananas would a banana worker need to pick in order to earn a living wage? They'd have to pick 44,000 bananas in a month. What does this mean? This means that in a day, a worker would have to pick, if they work 30 days a month, they'd have to pick 1,466 bananas per day. So I asked them, we had an activity where I asked them how much they thought banana workers should get paid, well, how much money should go to each banana link in the supply chain. One student said that he thought that the banana workers should get the most because they have to carry so much and the other people on the list don't do any work. The second student said that the shipper should get the most because gas is really expensive. But even he gave the banana worker 3 cents, which is 3 times more than they currently get paid. This is a video of a student who describes the banana supply chain. It was recorded by a parent who was really excited about all the facts that their child knew. So they sent me the video. They're like, check this out. She's coming home and spewing all kinds of facts. Check it out later.
And then
This is a student who drew the banana supply chain. Said first the banana workers pick the bananas. Next the bananas get washed. Then the stickers get placed on them. And then they drew the supply chain. At the end, we celebrated with making banana splits. Prior to making banana splits, we had a vote. Are you going to vote for fair trade or non-fair trade bananas? I did inform students that if they voted for fair trade, we'd have less banana split because fair trade bananas are more expensive, but workers would earn a living wage. If we voted for non-fair trade bananas, they'd get more banana split, but workers would not get paid a living wage. The conversations ran the gamut from, why would you vote for fair trade bananas? We're going to get less banana split. To, I can't let people die. My first class voted for fair trade bananas. The vote was 11-8. It was very close. My second class voted 10-11. They got more banana split. I'll play the video. All right, ready? Banana split.
banana split.
Bananas unite.
Bananas unite.
And you peel bananas, peel bananas, and you peel bananas, peel bananas, and you eat bananas, eat bananas, and you eat bananas, eat bananas, and you go bananas, go bananas, and you go bananas. This is parent feedback. I received overwhelmingly positive feedback from parents about the unit, the joy, engagement, and banana facts that students were learning. QR codes to access the unit and feedback. Thank you to David Professor Engerman for assisting me with this project and you all for attending and listening to my presentation.